Oh. Huh. Interesting. Is that any better? Hey Charles, if you can let me know if you can hear me if you're still in the thing. Why? Yeah, that's the hope. I'm really excited to get some Oathbreaker in. It's going to be one-on-one games because it's with my patrons. So I'm kind of hoping as things grow and I can get more of my patrons to sign up that we'll get to do a lot of. Now you can hear me. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Charles, for helping me with that. This isn't my Yeti mic, so I'm still trying to figure out why it can't see it. Is my quality okay? Hmm, that's not a good sign. I hope I didn't lose him. I finally got one viewer, and I think I may have ruined it. It's fine. I'm going to go to the intermission screen just so I'm not getting all this picture-in-picture nonsense. There we go. Um, why isn't it seeing? Because I really want this to be my Yeti. Hmm. Well, I am learning all sorts of stuff about OBS right now. One is that it takes more skill than I have to use it. Looks like there's a delay too. Wonderful. Um, yeah, yeah. Like I said, really excited to get some Oathbreaker games in with my patron. It's going to be Lady Lazuli. She's also in the credits of most of the videos. Is Mystical Muse CC. She runs her own business as well. Oh, what deck am I playing? Awesome, great question. I'm running a Jessica Thrice Reborn deck with Volcanic. What is this? Torrent is my signature spell. It may seem like a random choice. What I actually did is, when I could, I bought myself a box of Commander Legends, and I decided to build this deck entirely out of everything I opened in the set. So it is its own magical mystery meat. It does pretty well. It's fairly aggressive, and it probably would do better in a one-on-one game like I'm about to play than in a multiplayer setting. So I imagine my opponent is going to be playing a heavy Davriel Kane discard deck. Do I have any Werewolf Oathbreakers? Let me check real quick. Liliana. I don't know that I have one built currently. I do have a deck tech on the channel for the original Arlen Cord, and I'm hoping to release one for the new Arlen Cord. Werewolves. Werewolves. My buddy has a werewolf deck, though. He just built. It's in the living room. I could probably actually go and grab that, too, if that's something you want to see. That's Kioira. This is probably, Xenagos. Xenagos the Reveler. So sorry that this is taking me so long. This is Duretti Ingenious Iconoclast. It is an updated version of one of the decks from the channel. It uses Goblin Charbelcher, believe it or not. Sarkhan Dragon Speaker with Blazing Shoal. Sorry it's taking me so long. I got too many decks, is the truth. This is how you know magic is an addiction. Cameo Field Researcher with Glacial Relevation. That is completely just a snow deck. It's my Snow Day deck. It's one of my favorites. I've got Teo and Kiramantra's Blessing. That's definitely not right. Could be farther from the correct colors. On to box 2. God, the fact I have a box 2 is a problem. This doesn't look great. Nope. I'm not going to read every single one out unless you're interesting. Your favorite right now that you own is Vraska Gilgari Queen. Is that like a food deck, or how do you have that built, if you don't mind my asking, Charles? because I do have a Vraska deck I'm about to post that is supposed to have been my Thanksgiving, but I'm a little bit behind just because life. It turns out Thanksgiving with family, you know. Also, yeah, just as another side question, what's your signature spell with Vraska, if you don't mind my asking? Geez, none of these are werewolf deck. I should probably just go grab one of these deck off the table. He's not going to be playing with it tonight. He's running D&D. My roommate is one of the best DMs I've ever seen in my life. He actually is in like 3 to 5 D&D games a week. Whether he's running or he's playing is usually up for negotiation. Let's see. Kind of a Aristocrat's Graveyard deck. Oh! Assassin's Trophy. That's a good choice. That is probably awful lot of fun. Do you get a lot of hate off the table because of Assassin's Trophy removal because of what it can hit? Because I find sometimes when I have something in the command zone that can aggressively stop like somebody else's play pattern or plan, that I get targeted way more often. This is my Nickel Lost deck. Really hope my I'm going to jump over to spell table real quick just to see if my person's joined me. Well, that doesn't help. There we go. See, my person's joined me. Nope, still just me. Well, we checked. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm still getting used to OBS. You know, I've never streamed before. This is the couple times I have tried to stream for the channel. I had that problem you noticed very quickly, where I couldn't get any sound. So I did a whole stream expecting to be able to upload it to the channel, show people some awesome Oathbreaker gameplay. Had a great night. Useless footage. Useless footage. So it was too bad. But, you know, it's a learning experience. You know, it comes with doing something new and being excited about it. Aristocrats. So I'm just still thinking about your deck. It's got my mind tingling a little bit. It sounds like it's probably an awful lot of fun. I don't know. You know, it's since I don't know if you saw the most recent video. It's hard to know what people watch on the channel. That EDH.OathbreakerRec went away, so getting access to other people's deck lists and deck checks have gotten a lot harder. Would you be interested in like posting a link maybe to your deck in the comments here so that people can find it in case anybody else joins in or anybody else has a passing interest? You don't have to. There's no requirement. I'm just asking if you'd be willing to. This is another set deck. This is box 3 I'm on, so this is how you know I'm pathetic. They are all still basically budget. You know, the things that make them non-budget is having the luck to open something nice once in a while. And this is Squirrels. This is Chatterstorm. I hope my player joins soon. I hate to just waste somebody's time watching me play around with my own cards. Thank you for being here. I really do appreciate you if you're still here. I haven't learned enough about OBS to really know when people come in or leave. So, I'm going to step away for a sec. I'm going to see if I can find my buddy's werewolf deck, because I think that'd be fun to play tonight. Now, he has put a little bit of money into it. He's been very excited about it. An Wolf for the deck just came in the mail the other day. I don't know if he's got it in. It's got Toverlar. It's got some toys. Oh, just switched over to Spell Table on my other screen. Something happened. My other camera timed out. Well, I'm going to run real quick. So there is a green-black knight from Eldraine that works real well in the deck. Oh, cool. Why am I wearing this? I've got a microphone in front of me. This isn't even plugged into anything like that. Cool. Great. I am a professional. Yeah, at least I'm having fun. Hey Charles, I'm sorry I couldn't find this werewolf deck. No, but the name. What is it? 4-2 with haste and green black. I don't remember. That's gonna drive me nuts. I'm gonna fix this other camera real quick. Oh, cool. You there, Di?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. You bringing your Davriel deck today, or what were you thinking of playing? Okay, what is going on here?
There we go.
That's part of the issue I'm having.
What's going on?
Oh, well, I'm trying to get the spell table screen to show up in my gameplay window in OBS. And wouldn't you know? Oh, I probably have to over in OBS here. Well, that's funny because I can see the gameplay window, I can see you, but none of that's showing up in OBS. Which means anybody watching the stream can't see it.
Right.
Oh boy. Let's see. So the camera's working now. I had to fix that a second ago. Video capture device.
Mommy, I'll make dinner after.
Okay, so that was the feed for me. Where's this other cam? Rename capture space. Oh, that's why. There we go. I got it figured out. I'm a smart cookie. It helps me click on the right thing. The gameplay screen I have set up is for when I do streams in Arena, and I've got a separate screen for Spell Table because they're two different creatures, so it helps. We do have somebody watching, so that's cool.
Very cool.
I've got my stuff loaded up, deck wise, ready to go. I haven't done a good shuffle yet.
Okay. I wanted your input on whether I should play my newly upgraded Davriel or if I should play Tezzeret with all of his tokens. I
If you have the
splurged a little
tokens
bit.
ready to go, I would play Tezzeret because it's going to be harder to find them during gameplay. If you don't feel them ready to go, then Davriel, because I think it's just going to be easier for fast, fun to watch games with interaction. So either way,
you got it.
Yep.
All right.
I'm not telling you not to do anything. I'm just advising of what maybe I might break instead.
Well, if we're going to be doing 2 games, then I can play Davriel second.
Okay. I'm probably going to play 2 games of this Jessica deck. It is a pretty aggressive deck, just so you know. I just want to do everything I can to show off whatever deck I'm playing on the stream as much as I can. So I'll probably focus on 2 games with whatever I'm playing, no matter what.
All right.
I was trying to find Martin's werewolf deck because he built one out of everything he's got recently. But I couldn't find it, and I didn't want to dig through his stuff too much because then he stops being a friend and a roommate and starts being an adversary. So,
yeah,
you know, I don't think
right, let me commander and my signature spell real quick.
No problem. Let's see. While we're in holding and doing that, why don't you introduce yourself a little bit? Because I've been talking for the last like 30 minutes trying to get this all figured out, so people have been listening to me this camera.
Right. So I'm Lady Lazula. I go by Di. I have known Signature Spellbomb for 15, almost 20 years now.
So too long. Too long.
Way too long.
Yes.
And I've been a Magic player for about as long.
Mm-hmm. I did mention before you got on that in my credits of the videos, you're Mystical Muse CC. Why don't you talk a little bit to that?
Oh, yeah, sure. So my Mystical Muse CC is a yarn dyeing business that is kind of more or less defunct. But I do custom dyed yarn and also make music. So
Yeah.
I am a multi-talented person.
And meanwhile, I'm a man with a lot of skills, and I'm not really good at any of them. So that's fine.
Oh, whatever. Don't even say that.
Okay, so
That's not true.
I'm cut up and I'm shuffled and ready to go. Do you have a D6 handy and we can roll off? Because the randomization, as you and I both know, doesn't work very well with 2 players on spell table.
Yeah, let me grab that real quick.
Okay. Well, I got a 5, so I'm feeling pretty good.
Oh, you.
Yeah. There's my
1.
face. A 1?
A 1.
I can keep them. I'm pretty sure I can. Yep. I
Let
can
me do a
keep.
little bit more shuffling here.
Okay. Let me make sure. Okay, we are on me. So as you kind of know from last time, we're going to use spacebar to go between you and I. just want to keep the game spaces open for people to see as possible without having to zoom in on their computers or hurt their eyes or cause any strain. So that's just me being a weirdo.
I've got a pitch.
You got a pitch?
I've got a pitch.
One of my viewers is saying you're echoing pretty bad. Which mic are you using, dear? Oh, I think I know how I can fix that on my side.
I got it. I had my external studio monitor on, and I've also got my headset on, so that was probably why.
Okay. Is that any better, Charles? I'm going to use you as my beta, my friend. I'm so sorry. But you're here, so I can ask you. Go ahead and say something, Di, just so we have a test.
Something died.
Okay. I'm thinking what it might be doing too is I might have to switch over to a headset because I think what's happening is my microphone from my computer is picking up your conversation to me. You know, so I think that's probably a potential cause as well.
You got it.
We're actually getting a chance to play a game where people can see and watch us so that I can actually try to get better at this and figure this shit out.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so now I'm just hearing your sound on my headset and it's not going to hit my microphone. Can everybody still hear me?
All right, I'm good to go.
You're good to go?
I'm good to go.
Mountain Pass.
Okay.
You ever have that sinking feeling you say you can keep a hand and you didn't really look at it?
Yes.
Deathless Night. Did that Knight from Eldraine, Charles, did it have an adventure on it, or is it just straight up a 4/2 with haste? Because there was a Knight out of Eldraine I loved, but I can never remember the name of it. Much better. Thank you. Thank you for checking our sound, Charles. I appreciate it.
Yes, thank you so much.
Okay, so you passed back to me?
That's a Dismal Backwater, by the way.
Okay.
Comes into play tapped.
Okay. Mountain Pass.
Oh, gain a life. Right.
That's important.
Need to be on top of my triggers, man.
I'm probably not going to help you on streams anymore, just for expediency. So.
I know. That's okay.
Yeah.
All right, mine?
Yep, go ahead. Let's see.
You want to pass me the screen too?
Oh yeah, let's do that. I really like her playmat too. We were out before Halloween, and Halloween is just her jam. And we saw that playmat. She ended up buying it for herself for her birthday. I was gonna try, but the place where we saw it, their card reader was down, and that was my only form of payment. So I didn't get to get her a birthday present. So she got her own playmat.
I do love this playmat.
It's beautiful.
Gorgeous.
And honestly, I'm a sucker for pretty much anything with the Planeswalker symbol on it now.
We've got an island. And
Oh my god, that is great. That's
lead and
what's
mirror.
night. I need to look that up after the game, Charles, because I can, if it's a budget option, I can think of a half a dozen decks. I would love to have that nonsense in. Draw, land, um, alt pay 3 for Valakute Invoker and pass back to you.
All right. Let's see what we got.
Okay. There's what you want to do in a game, and there's what you got to do. It's an uncommon.
It's
Oh,
kind of true.
I was about to check my phone, Charles, to see what the price is on that, and my phone is my webcam. So, yep, I'll have to save this chat log however I can so that I can look that up later. Oh,
All right, 1, 2, 3.
ah, many notes.
Scrap trawler.
Scrap troll. Okay,
Pass.
pass back. Untap, upkeep, land. 3. Jessica, thrice reborn on 1 loyalty counter. Since this is the first time I've cast her from the command zone.
Right.
I'm going to 0 her. I'm going to choose my Valakute Invoker. The next time it would do combat damage. How's this read again? Choose a creature until my next turn. If it would deal combat damage to one of my opponents, it deals triple that damage to that player instead.
Hmm.
So I'm going to attack you for 2, and if you don't block it, it's going to hit you for 6.
All right, my poor little mirror's gonna bite it.
Okay.
Bye, buddy.
I'm going to. I played my land already for the turn. Bummer. I guess I'll tap 1 red. I'm going to throw a Dragon Mantle onto this. When Dragon Mantle enters the battlefield, I get to draw a card.
Mind if we back up briefly? So my
Sure.
scrap trawler triggers. So another artifact is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, returned to your hand.
You shouldn't have any
what's-
other artifacts in your graveyard to get back, should you?
Right. You're right.
Yep.
I was reading that wrong. Sorry.
Okay.
That was my bad.
No, it's fine. I will pass to you after that enchantment play, though.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to keep going that way. Workshop assistant.
Okay.
I'm going to be pulling stuff out of my graveyard, hopefully. All right. Your turn.
Land for turn. What are the toughnesses of both your creatures over there?
They're both 2s.
Okay. I'll pay 3. For Fiery Cannonade, I'm going to do 2 damage to each non-pirate creature.
That's rotted. Okay, so yeah. How do I want to do this? Okay, Scrap Trawler goes first.
Okay.
So I get the lead and mirror back,
Mm-hmm.
and then Workshop Assistant,
Mm-hmm.
getting the Scrap Trawler back.
Okay. I'm going to pay 2 to pump up my creature's power by 2. I'm going to 0 Jessica, and I'm going to attack for 4. If it hits you, it's going to be 12 damage.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. That sucks.
It is a fairly aggressive deck. It is only built with cards from the set that she was printed in, though. So,
Okay.
yeah,
All
I
right.
will pass back to you.
Well, now I've got to pull something out of thin air. Amazing. Oh, wow. What to do with 3 mana? Goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm.
yeah,
Well, I sure hope I top deck a land.
wouldn't that be nice?
It's good to have goals. Just go check my signature spell real quick.
um,
Okay.
we're gonna go Silver Mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Here's the thing: once you've seen me do these tricks once, they're no longer a secret. So let's see how you deal with me game two.
I mean,
Yeah.
no, that was super fast. Like, this deck can be that fast, but it's more of a it's more of a surprise and a blessing when my deck fires like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's nuts. Shoot. I just don't have any idea what to do. Pass.
Okay. Untap, upkeep, draw. Hmm. Well, I think the thing to do is just to continue on the roll I'm on. I'm going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to cast my signature spell. It's got Cascade, so I'm going to reveal until I hit a card that costs 5 or less. I'm going to cast an Undying Rage, I guess, off of this. I got to read
Oh,
Cascade. Put exile cards on the bottom of my library in a random order. It was 2 mountains. So my creature is going to be enchanted, and it's going to get +2/+2, and it can't block. When I Undying Rage is put to a graveyard from the battlefield, I return it to my hand. So it works kind of like, what was that green spell? Rancor. Now,
yeah.
Volcanic Torrent is going to cast. It's going to deal X damage to each creature and planeswalker my opponent's control, where X is the number of spells I cast this turn, which is 2.
How do I make the beams work?
How do you make the beams? You have to have octine and moss.
Love that.
How do I get moss and octane?
You know, this is actually the first
Are they in
stream,
here?
Horizon. I want to make these a weekly thing with my patrons if I can. So there'll probably be one-on-ones for a little while, just until I can grow a good community and I can get enough people like just really interested in playing with me. The problem is they have to play with me. So yeah. So I did 2 damage to all creatures and planeswalkers I don't control. Die.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, bye, Silver Mirror. I miss you.
I'm gonna 0 Jessica.
How do I get the things that
and swing for
say
12
that I
again.
need? What,
Okay, well done. I'm toast.
Okay. It's
what do I need
fairly
to
aggressive
make
for what it is.
Fairly aggressive? Like, that's the definition of aggressive.
Well, you know, mono red. I guess we could kind of think of this, even though it's just built out of the box, as being red deck
how
wins.
do I make the beams work?
No kidding.
So red deck wins works in Oathbreaker in a one-on-one. I don't know that you would want to try to do something like this in a 4-player game, because once you attack somebody for 12 damage on turn 3, people generally turn all their attention on you.
All right. Well, I'm going to pull out my vampires then.
You're going to pull out your, and that's your Davriel deck, right?
Yep, that's Davriel.
Uh-oh. So,
What, baby?
Harzan, do you actually own or play any Oathbreaker games or Oathbreaker decks? Do you got anything built, if you don't mind me asking? I'm showing me. I need to do this in a way where I can't see the bottom of my deck on camera. Oh, there we go. That's better. Now I don't feel like such a cheaty face. So I am, and I don't know, people in the chat can agree with me or disagree with me or just hate my face. I'm actually fairly excited by Unfinity. I've got a pretty deep love for unsets. I don't like to play them in a format where other people haven't agreed to play with them, just
What two
because they're so
items do I
strange.
need to make the beam square?
Octane, so that orange ore,
But it
that orange bar,
does come out on
right
April
there.
1st, which
You
is
see it
just
on the
like
bottom? On the
4
bottom there,
days
on the
before
bottom.
my birthday, so I'm
Right there.
really kind of hoping I get a
You use
box.
one of those.
Let's see, Harzid. I
And
may
moss.
actually
So
just
look
have an
up
Armor
N.
Core deck. I can never play it though because no one in my LGS wants to play it. But I
That's
really
beautiful.
want to make a Luca Threaten Oathbreaker deck. You know,
Moss.
somebody
Okay.
on my channel a couple weeks back, it may have been
Where's
you,
Moss?
put in comments that if I was going to work on a deck tech, that they wanted to see a Luca threat deck, and I actually have it in my list of upcoming deck techs. It's just getting to it. You took the Arlen one apart. Um, you know, it's with all the changes to werewolves lately. If you were going to play an Arlen deck, you kind of have to build it from a
Wait,
different angle now. I might try to
what's
have an Arlen deck for the next time I play because it seems
other
like people are
item I
interested
need
in
to?
seeing that. Why it's kind of new and exciting still. Uh, oh, was you? That's what I thought. So I'm not completely insane. You know, yeah. In my Patreon, I have a Discord. There we go. That's the word. I have a Discord, and in my Discord, there is a link to where my patrons can sign up to play a game with me weekly. And in that same table, there's all of my let's see, there's all of my upcoming uh, deck techs and video plans and goals for the year. So if you ever want to see what deck techs or future videos or anything, I might make that more public. I might make the Discord server more public because, to be honest, rather than just having patrons play with me, I think it'd be so much more fun to just get a bunch of 4-player Oathbreaker games going because I think that's really what people want to see. But
I
that's
would
just
really agree with that, honestly.
move these over here.
That would be a lot of fun.
So people might be able to see them. Tell me if you guys are interested in that. Let's see. Let's see. I may try to rebuild it because it sucked for her. You know, I love Ireland too. I like the newer art of her. Um, I'm a sucker for planeswalkers, though. I'd say my favorite planeswalker that I built the most decks around is probably Watley. I've done a deck for each version of her. They're all very different. My favorite of the three, Diana on the stream here has played with me. I'm going to go ahead and sit this down. Let's roll off again if you're ready, Di.
Yeah,
I got a 1, so
6.
6, okay. She played my Watley deck for a number of weeks because she didn't have a deck ready to go. And it is a Soul Sisters deck. I can't remember the signature spell, but it can be very, very powerful. It tends to get a little out of control, which is my favorite kind of control. You know, I'm gonna keep this and regret it since I'm gonna draw, so I'm good.
Got the
Moss. I think I'm gonna do the same.
Wonderful.
All right.
Let me pass it over to you. There you go.
Oh yeah, that's important.
It's fine. I'm still pretty new to this whole OBS thing, to be honest with you.
You know what? We're gonna go out of the gate. The rest.
Okay, I have 2 mountains, a prophetic prism, a pirate's cutlass, a haunted cloak, a filigree familiar, and a brazen freebooter. If you can't click on those to read any of them, I'm happy to tell you what they are.
Let's see here. No, that's not a Primal Beyond. What are you talking about? Yeah, it's not.
Okay, so I don't think you can hit lands with duress, so we'll just remove those. Prophetic prism costs 2. One enters the
Oh,
battlefield.
it's a non-creature, non-land. So.
Oh, non-creature, non-land. So your choices are prophetic prism. It's basically an egg. When it enters the battlefield, I draw a card. It costs 2. If I pay 1 and tap it, I can add 1 mana of any color to my mana pool. Pirate's Cutlass costs 3. It is a +2/+1. It equips for 2, and it enters the battlefield attached to target pirate I control. I don't know if that's going to come up. And Haunted Cloak costs 3, equips for 1, and it gives the equipped creature trample, vigilance, and haste.
Let's get rid of the cloak.
Okay. That is probably the strongest of the choices you were given, so no big deal.
And that's turn.
Okay. Land and pass. That was fast.
Yeah.
I think this deck needs a little bit of love and tuning. It's just hard to do because I made it a block constructed deck for Commander Legends. So,
Right.
you know, Harzan, let me think about that. Do you or Charles, anybody in the chat, actually follow me over on Twitter at all? I don't know if I'll. I'm not sure what the lag time is on my vocals.
All right. Dusk Legion Zealot. I'm going to.
Lose one life and draw a card?
That's true.
Yep. I may have memorized way too many magic cards. It's kind of sad.
Pass turn.
A pass turn. Land, tap, prophetic prism, draw a card, pass turn.
All right. Well, at least I'm not mostly dead on turn 3. That makes me feel good.
Mama.
Yeah, but I did draw an old friend of yours.
An old friend of mine.
Yeah, you'll see.
I have no idea what that means.
No, yeah, maybe over on Twitter I'll post the link to the Discord just to try to get more people into it. It's just I'd love to be playing some 4-player games. It's just almost a completely different game Oathbreaker is when you have a full
Right.
pod. For one, I would be able to get away with some of the nonsense I get away with.
Dark Imposter.
Okay.
I'm going to ding you for 1.
I'll take the 1.
And that's turn.
Okay. Untap, keep, draw. Mountain. Just gonna move this way over because it doesn't actually tap for anything. Filigree Familiar. Gain 2 life. And I will pass the turn.
All right.
You know, I think the next, and I don't know if Harzan was here to say it, so I'm sorry to repeat this, Charles. I think the next deck tech that comes out is actually the Thanksgiving one. I didn't get released, so it is a Veraska Gilgari Queen deck. It is a food, treasure, and clues deck. I started building the deck from this idea that, I treasure time with my family. Thanksgiving is all about eating a bunch of food, and some of my family members really need to get a clue. It started from a pretty positive place, and the further I went down the rabbit hole, the more I realized it talked about how I actually feel about my family, so it is kind of depressing in its own way. So it's very much a Thanksgiving deck in every sense of the word. So
That's funny. All right, so Davriel's out.
Okay.
Right. And your Filigree Familiar is just a 1/1.
Nope, it's a 2/2, and when it dies, I get to draw a card.
Okay. I'm gonna pass.
Mama.
You pass, okay. Untap.
I want some things from this mod because I'm in creative.
Okay. Go ahead.
Terramorphic.
I'm on a certain mod that you and John played to defeat the mod boss. What's the mod called?
Between Lands.
I need to think about something real quick. I gotta click over here. I'm on the wrong screen. There we go. Oh, I gotta open my little window here. Well, when I click on Davriel, it doesn't tell me anything helpful because it's not pulling the right card, which is par for the course for spell table. So I'm going to ask you a question instead.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got Dark Imposter. Never mind. So, yep, I think I'm good for what I need to know.
Okay.
I'm going to have to play differently this time around. I'm going to pay 3 for a Valakut Invoker. That was your best friend last game.
Oh yeah.
Since it's just a 2-player game, I'm going to go ahead and crack my Terramorphic Expanse to go get a land, and I'll go ahead and I'll pass to you.
You got it.
You know, while I'm getting my land. Should just shuffle this. I apologize if this is loud.
It's not bad.
Okay.
Or at least for me, it's not bad.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anything with the name Valakut in it needs to die. Hero's Downfall.
Okay, and that does exactly what?
Destroy target creature or planeswalker.
Okay. Not a bad
Easy
question.
peasy. In and out.
You're just remembering that Valakut Mountain deck I had years ago.
Yeah. Let's not bring Valakut back ever.
I have a deck list.
Of course you do.
Yeah, it's one I can never afford. It is a Renin 6 crop rotation deck, and while I have pulled a crop rotation in a list slot from a pack, I don't know that I will ever pull a Renin 6.
Yeah.
Yep, so I don't think I'll ever have that deck built unless I proxy the commander, and then I think I'll just lose friends at that point.
All right. That's turn.
Oh, okay. Untap, upkeep, draw. Well, I continue to not draw the land I need, so I'm going to do something else, I guess. 4 mana, Brazen Freebooter. When it enters the battlefield, I can create a treasure token. Do I have my treasure token? Haha, my treasure token. I actually love this treasure token. It's a chest with a skull and a squid, and it's actually a business card from one of my local LGSs. They just give these out for like free or for 50 cents.
Who was that?
Advantage up by Jake's house. That little
Okay.
one you and I go to, the one that used to be, what's his name, store.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So the Brazen Freebooter comes out. I'm going to go ahead and try to attack Gabriel with my 2/2.
Zealot's gonna block it.
Okay. It dies, and I get to draw a card. Oh, there's my land for the turn. Cool. I'm going to sack the treasure and tap that land, and I'm going to play a Fire Diamond. So that actually worked out way better for me. And I'll go ahead and I'll pass the turn back to you.
Okay, great.
Sometimes you just... Oh, sorry?
I was just going to say, it's kind of a shame that, now that you're actually streaming and everything, I can't get mana to save my life. Literally.
It's that whole, if it could entertain somebody and excite somebody, that's when it's not going to work. It's kind of like my computer will work for 75% of my day while I'm working. It doesn't have any problems at all until I'm on the phone with somebody and they need my help. That is when it completely stops being a useful tool. A useful tool. That's my band name. That's my jam. That's my jam.
Miasmic Mummy.
Okay. What's that? If you don't mind my asking.
Each player discards a card.
Okay.
So I will also
do that.
And
okay, I'm going to discard my Pirate's Cutlass that you already know about.
Okay.
Now my entire hand has changed from what it used to be.
Pulse Tracker.
Okay.
Whenever he attacks, each opponent loses 1 life.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you have on the board right now?
A 3/3.
Does he do anything fancy?
When he came into play, he got me a treasure, and I treasured it.
You treasured it. Got it. Pass.
Okay.
You need a little bit more fodder.
Untap, upkeep, draw, land. Now I'm going to draw every land. I'm going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Explosion of Riches. I draw a card, and then each other player may draw a card. Whenever a card is drawn this way, Explosion of Riches deals 5 damage to target opponent chosen at randomly from amongst my opponents. So you're going to take 5 damage. And then if you want to draw
If I draw.
Well, to draw a card and then each other player may draw a card is the first sentence. And the next one says, whenever a card is drawn this way.
Oh.
So it costs 6 mana for me to draw 1 card. So if you want to draw a second card, you can take another 5 damage. Or if you want to draw your card, I should say.
That's.
The
Ow. Okay.
Okay. 3 at Dever. Oh, we got to remember Devriel's trigger. I've only got 2 cards. How's he
Oh. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, if that player has 1 or fewer cards.
So I'm still fine for now. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm attacking Devriel for 3.
Oh. I'm gonna block it with the mummy and the pulse tracker.
Okay, so it takes
that's
3
3
total. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. I'll pass to you.
Okay.
Do you still have your dark, whatever, imposter?
Yeah, the dark imposter's still out.
Sorry. Apologizing for the little dance I'm doing on the screen.
Little dance?
Yeah. I am half hoping more people show up, but I can totally understand this being the first successful stream I've ever done, that it might not happen. I'm also hoping my camera doesn't time out like it did last time you and I tried this.
Yeah.
So.
All right. We're going for Blood Crazed Socialite. And I'm going to pull out a blood token. If I can find it real fast. Oh, shoot. Where'd it go? That's not good. Could have sworn it was right here. Oh, yeah, it is here. Blood token!
You've got this.
Ray. I got this.
You've got this. Thumbs up.
So, grab another die so I can keep this counted. Blue. And then, whenever Blood Crazed Socialite attacks, you may sacrifice a blood token. If you do, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn.
Cool.
Yeah. And in for 2 on the Dark Imposter.
I'll go to 19, I guess.
All right. Good for me.
Okay. Untap, upkeep, draw. Well, that was close to what I needed. I'm 1 lane short of what I want to do, which is just kind of the way things work out sometimes. Yes. So I will do something different. I'm going to pay 3 for a Jadhum Tome. I'm going to pay 2 and tap it to draw a card and discard a card. I'm going to discard a Fathom Fleet Swordjack. And I will pass the turn. That was not very good.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, it's not any better than the other plan I had.
Right.
I've run into the
3.
problem every single Voltron style kind of combat deck always runs into. You can have plenty of stuff to put on a creature and no creatures. So.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and sacrifice my blood token to give the socialite +2. 5, 6, 7.
Okay, I'll take the 7. There we go.
Okay.
To me then?
Yep, it's yours.
Okay. I did it. 3 for Jessica on 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for my signature spell. It's got Cascade. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cast Renegade Tactics. It says target creature can't block this turn, so your creatures are tapped, so that doesn't mean anything, but it does let me draw a card. I'm going to cast Volcanic Torrent. It's going to do 3 damage to all creatures and planeswalkers I don't control.
Oh no!
Yep.
Well, shoot. All right.
Yay! I'm back in this.
Man.
I will go ahead and I'll pass to you after that board wipe.
Okay.
It's too bad that doesn't scale up with command attacks. It will never flip for more than it starts at. I just got a ding somewhere.
How many cards do you have in hand?
3, because I just drew off that spell I had to play to make it so one of your creatures couldn't block.
Right.
Yeah. I'm going to switch screens real quick because I'm pretty sure that ding I just got is coming from the Discord. So I'm going to check real quick.
Okay. Do you want me to hold then?
No, go ahead. I'm just kind of hoping that if Jake or somebody else jumped in and said, hey, I'd like to play, we can get another player in the game. Nope, it looks like, you know, J-Rock, who I do some streaming with. I do some Oathbreaker gameplay and streaming with sometimes. He does Oathbreaker on Thursdays night. He probably just massed out to all the Oathbreaker players, hey, who's available to game tomorrow night would be my bet. You know, so.
Delirium Skeins. Okay. Each player discards 3 cards.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, discard a Mountain, a Rings, a Bright Heart, and an Undying Rage. It's not the best thing to lose all that, but it will happen sometimes.
And you take 6 damage.
Okay. Oh, because of the Megrim?
Megrim.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
And pass.
And Davriel's not in play, so I don't take damage during my upkeep, right?
Right.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Drill a Mountain. Well, gotta do what I gotta do, I guess. I'm going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a red to Encore my Fathom Fleet Swordjack. If I pay the Encore cost, I get to exile them from my graveyard. I get 1 copy for each opponent. It has to attack this turn if able. It has haste, and I have to sacrifice it at the end of the turn, so that's a lot of stuff. I'm going to 0 Jessica and attack you for 12.
All right.
And I'll pass the turn. It's the 12 damage out of nowhere that's usually the surprise.
Yeah, hello.
So you're at 14 still on my screen for some reason.
Oh.
Yeah, the 12 didn't tick off for some reason.
Oh, did it?
Wow.
Is that fixed?
There we go. I think that it just had to catch up to it. Maybe it's just a stream.
Oh.
So this is got to be a relatively close game all of a sudden. Wah.
Do you have any cards in hand?
Nope.
Nope. Well, that does me no good. Well,
It is the plight of a discard deck sometimes. Are you running Dark Deal in there, maybe?
no. The only upgrading that I've done to this deck from the kind of skeleton that I got it as is the new vampires out of Crimson Vow.
Okay.
And none of them have discard, so they're just meaty vampires, basically.
Meaty vampires can still do a lot of damage.
That's the name of my band.
Meaty vampires. Yep.
Bastard.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep draw. 0 for a Rothgar, son of Rogoth. He's a 0/1 with first strike, menace, and trample, and he has partner.
Gross.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't really have any good targets, so I guess I'm going to go ahead and pass my turn with an empty hand again because that seems to benefit me for the moment.
All right.
The worst part is you
All
made
right.
me discard some really good buffs that would have made him fairly useful as a creature as a nice change of pace.
Davriel's coming back out.
Okay. Well, that's a problem.
Pass.
Okay. Untap, upkeep, draw. Well, that's not super helpful. But it'll work. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll pay 2 for a Perilous Mirror. It reads, whenever it dies, it deals 2 damage to any target. I'm going to -1 Jessica and deal 1 damage to any 3 targets of my choice. I'll do 1 to Davriel, 1 to your face, and 1 to my Perilous Mirror, killing it, and I'll have it deal you 2 damage.
Oh, okay, cool. Well,
Hurrah!
that was super close.
Well, you know, nonsense occurred, and nonsense is all I'm coming here for. I do hope anybody watching enjoyed it, you know, or stuck around. It's, like I said, hard for me to know because I'm so kind of new at the streaming thing. Let me check over on YouTube if I can without losing what we're doing. You know, the camera never timed out, so that's good news.
Hooray.
Nope, that's OBS still. Oh, this is how I know I need training. Anyone who knows OBS better than me that would be happy to give me some tips or some pointers, I would love you greatly for it. So, the Alphas one. I feel like I've seen that name before. You've commented on my videos before, haven't you, friend? That sounds really familiar. I feel like somebody from that name requested a deck tech idea too, just like Harzin did. I'm thinking. Can't remember what it was. I feel so bad for that. So, my general goal for these videos until I get really used to streaming and kind of better at what I'm doing here is that I want to do 2 games every single week just for a short time because I feel like that's. Thank you, by the way, for the red deck wins there. If you guys want to, maybe I'll post this list eventually just so you can kind of see what nonsense is in it. It's block constructed, so it's as good as it's going to get within that. You do come around from time to time. Okay, so I'm not out of my gourd. But I want to do 2 games. We did 2 tonight. There will be a playback because I'm going to upload this to the channel. Yeah, absolutely. My Twitter is at bomb_spell. If you want to follow me there, that's my at. It's just signature spell bomb, you know. So I do post all of my updates for videos. My altar sleeves art I do, and of course from now on I'm going to start doing regular Oathbreaker gameplay. Right now it's going to be one-on-one for a while. My goal is to expand this out to a 4-player pod whenever possible, just so people can really see what the format is about. Well, I got everybody, you know, before we end the stream. Thank you, Harzan. I appreciate you. Well, I've got everybody. Does anybody have any other questions, comments, or concerns? I get so few opportunities to directly interface with my followers or subscribers on YouTube that aren't also my friends in real life. Like Di said earlier, she's known me for like 20 years. One of my other patrons has known me actually for just as long, maybe a little longer now that I think about it. So, you know, if you don't got anything, I'll try to keep you guys updated on what's going on with the channel as part of these when I have time. And then let's see, I can't wait to see more live streams. We will probably be here doing this again next week. Next week, I will have probably a totally different deck to show you guys. I hope you're excited to see that. And I think we're going to end it here for tonight. So I appreciate everybody that took the time to drop by, and this is going to be available as a video on the channel. I don't know what I'm going to do for a thumbnail yet, so give me some patience there. This is video 3 of 5 I plan on doing this week, so I'm going to also try to step up my general video production. I've got a question for you guys, if you're interested, if you are. Would you all be interested in watching me play Brawl on Arena? Thank you, by the way, for that answer. Yeah, I think I'm going to enjoy live streams once I get used to them. I'm still learning OBS and some of the other things. This is an adventure for me, to be honest with you. Well, that's kind of it. It was good playing with you, Di. Thank you so much for dropping by. Oh, that would be cool. Okay. So if I can make time for it on Saturdays with my incredibly bad arena account because I haven't played on it much, so I'm missing a whole bunch of cards, I might stream for a little bit. Not Saturdays, Sundays, because every other Saturday I have a regular RPG I run with a different group, and when I'm not doing that, I have a different set of games I do with a different group. So probably Sundays I'll try to do Brawl on Arena, just so I can kind of maybe try to apply my Planeswalker deck building to a different idea. Since it's just hard to get Oathbreaker games otherwise. Would you agree with that, Di?
Yeah.
Yep. So, well, thank you everybody for stopping by and joining the stream, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day and a great evening.
Thanks all. Take care.
Yep. Bye, guys. Oh, got to get back over to OBS. See, this is going to be a learning experience.